Welcome back to Law Coins World. Washington Quarter 1965 coins. $1.9 million coins. Have you ever imagined that a single quarter sitting unnoticed in your pocket, your coin jar, or an old family collection could be worth hundreds, thousands, or even tens of thousands of dollars? It may sound unbelievable, but that is exactly why coin collectors spend countless hours searching through ordinary change. Some of the most valuable coins in the world don't look rare at first glance. They appear just like every other coin people spend every day. Hidden among millions of common coins are a few extraordinary examples with fascinating histories, rare minting mistakes, and exceptional conditions that make them highly desirable. One of the most exciting coins in modern American numismatics is the 1965 Washington quarter. This quarter represents a major turning point in United States coinage, marking the beginning of a new era that changed American coins forever. While millions were produced, only a tiny number possess the characteristics that collectors are willing to pay serious money for. Today, we're uncovering the history, the hidden secrets, the valuable errors, and the surprising prices of the 1965 Washington quarter. Make sure you stay until the very end, because one small detail could help you identify a valuable coin hiding in your own collection. 1965 Washington quarter. The 1965 Washington quarter is one of the most historically significant quarters ever produced by the United States Mint. Although it looks similar to earlier Washington quarters, it represents a dramatic change in American coinage. Before 1965, Washington quarters were made from 90% silver and 10% copper. Rising silver prices during the early 1960s caused people to hoard silver coins, creating a nationwide coin shortage. To solve this problem, Congress passed the Coinage Act of 1965, which eliminated silver from circulating quarters and replaced it with a copper core surrounded by outer layers of copper nickel. This new clad composition is still used in quarters today. Because 1965 was the first year of clad Washington quarters, collectors have always paid close attention to coins from this important transition period. The coin still featured the familiar portrait of George Washington on the front, designed by John Flanagan, while the reverse displayed the majestic American eagle with outstretched wings perched on a bundle of arrows surrounded by olive branches. Although the design remained unchanged, the metal composition was completely different, making the 1965 quarter an important milestone in United States history. One unusual feature of all quarters struck between 1965 and 1967 is the absence of mint marks. During those years, the U.S. Mint intentionally removed mint marks from circulating coins in an effort to discourage collectors from saving new coins. As a result, 1965 Washington quarters have no mint mark regardless of whether they were produced in Philadelphia, Denver, or San Francisco. This often surprises new collectors who believe a missing mint mark must be an error. In reality, it is completely normal for genuine 1965 quarters. More than 1.8 billion 1965 Washington quarters were produced, making it one of the highest mintage quarters in American history. Because of this enormous production, worn examples found in circulation are generally worth only their face value of 25 cents. However, rarity in coin collecting is not always determined by mintage numbers alone. The condition of a coin can dramatically increase its value, especially for a coin that was heavily circulated. Collectors grade coins using the Sheldon scale, which ranges from poor 1 to mint state 70. Most surviving 1965 quarters fall somewhere between good and about uncirculated because they were used extensively in everyday commerce. These coins usually have little collector value unless they contain a significant mint error. Uncirculated examples showing full original mint luster, sharp details, and minimal contact marks are much scarcer than many people realize. A mint state 63 or mint state 64 example may be worth several dollars, while better quality mint state 65 coins often sell for considerably more. As the grade increases to MS66 and MS67, prices rise dramatically because very few examples have survived in nearly perfect condition. Registry set collectors compete intensely for top-grade coins certified by professional grading services, driving prices much higher than many people expect for a modern quarter. One of the most exciting aspects of collecting the 1965 Washington quarter is searching for mint errors. Mint errors occur when something goes wrong during the manufacturing process, creating coins that differ from normal production. These mistakes are often much rarer than standard coins and can command substantial premiums. One of the most famous and valuable errors involves the rare 1965 quarter struck on a silver planchet. During the transition from silver to clad coinage, a small number of leftover silver quarter blanks from 1964 accidentally remained in the production equipment. When a 1965 design was struck onto one of these silver plancets, an extraordinary transitional error was created. These coins weigh approximately 6.25 grams instead of the normal clad weight of about 5.67 grams. Genuine examples are extremely rare and have sold for thousands of dollars at auction, with some exceptional specimens bringing tens of thousands of dollars because of their rarity and historical importance. Another popular error is the off-center strike. This occurs when the blank planchet is not properly positioned before being struck by the dies. Depending on how much of the design is missing and whether the full date remains visible, these coins may be worth anywhere from several $100s to well over $1,000. Double-struck quarters are another fascinating category. These occur when the coin receives more than one strike from the dies, resulting in overlapping or shifted images. Strong double strikes are visually dramatic and highly collectible because no two are exactly alike. Collectors also search for broad-struck errors. A broad strike occurs when the retaining collar fails during striking, allowing the metal to spread beyond its normal diameter. These coins lack the standard raised rim and have a noticeably larger appearance, depending on the quality of the strike. Broad-struck 1965 quarters can sell for significant premiums. Clipped planchet errors remain another favorite among collectors. During the blanking process, an improperly punched blank may leave part of the coin missing. Genuine clips display distinctive characteristics that grading experts use to confirm authenticity. Depending on the size and location of the clip, values may range from modest premiums to several $100s. Die cracks are another collectible feature. As coin dies wear from repeated use, tiny fractures develop that transfer raised lines onto the coins they strike. Minor die cracks are relatively common, but large and dramatic examples crossing major design elements attract much stronger collector interest. Die chips and cuts are also worth searching for. A die chip creates raised metal where a small piece of the die has broken away, while a cut forms when a larger section near the edge of the die breaks off. These unusual features make each affected coin unique and collectible. Filled die errors occur when grease, dirt, or debris blocks recessed portions of the die, preventing metal from fully entering those areas. This can result in weak or missing letters, numbers, or design details. Although many are minor, stronger examples often attract collectors interested in minting varieties. Perhaps the most exciting possibility is finding a quarter struck on the wrong planchet. These remarkable mint errors occur when a blank intended for another denomination accidentally enters the quarter press. Such coins may appear smaller, lighter, or made of a completely different metal. Because they are extremely rare, authenticated examples often sell for thousands of dollars. Professional grading services such as PCGS and NGC play a critical role in determining the value of rare 1965 quarters. Their experts authenticate coins, assign grades, and encapsulate them in secure holders that protect them from damage. Buyers are generally willing to pay significantly more for certified examples because they have confidence in both authenticity and condition. If you own a 1965 Washington quarter, there are several things you should examine carefully. First, check the weight using a precise digital scale. A normal clad quarter weighs approximately 5.67 grams. While a silver transitional error weighs about 6.25 grams. Next, inspect the edge of the coin. A clad quarter displays a visible copper-colored stripe along the edge, while a silver quarter has a solid silver-colored edge with no copper layer. Also examine the surfaces under good lighting for unusual errors, sharp details, and original mint luster. Avoid cleaning any coin you believe may be valuable. Many people think polishing a coin improves its appearance, but cleaning almost always reduces collector value because it damages the original surface. Even a rare coin can lose a significant portion of its value if improperly cleaned. Although millions of 1965 Washington quarters remain in circulation and most are worth only face value, the possibility of discovering an exceptional high-grade example or rare transitional silver error continues to inspire collectors around the world. Every roll of quarters from the bank, every old piggy bank, and every forgotten coin collection holds the possibility of an exciting discovery. The 1965 Washington quarter is much more than an ordinary piece of change. It marks the beginning of America's clad coinage era, represents an important moment in United States history, and offers collectors the thrill of searching for valuable errors and superb condition examples. Whether you're an experienced numismatist or someone just beginning to explore the fascinating world of coin collecting, this remarkable quarter proves that hidden treasures can still be found in everyday places. So the next time you receive a quarter in your change, don't spend it without taking a closer look. That ordinary-looking coin could be the one discovery that transforms 25 cents into a remarkable payday, reminding us that some of the greatest treasures are hiding in plain sight. If you want, I can also write your scripts in a high-retention viral YouTube style, 1,200 1,500 words, specifically optimized for coin channels like Hardest Penny, with stronger suspense and audience retention. Have you ever imagined that an ordinary quarter sitting in your pocket could be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars? Every day, millions of people spend coins without taking a second look, assuming they're only worth their face value. But hidden among those everyday coins are rare treasures that collectors are constantly searching for. Some coins become valuable because they were made in limited numbers, while others gain incredible value because of minting errors or outstanding condition. Today, we're taking a close look at one of the most fascinating modern American coins that many people overlook, at the 1982p Washington quarter. This coin may not look unusual at first glance, but it holds an important place in U.S. coin history and has become a favorite among collectors. Whether you're a beginner in coin collecting or someone who simply enjoys checking pocket change, this coin deserves your attention. Stay with me until the very end, because the quarter you receive as change today could turn out to be a hidden collectible worth far more than 25 cents. Welcome back to Hardest Penny, where ordinary coins reveal extraordinary stories. 1982p Washington quarter. The 1982p Washington quarter was struck at the Philadelphia Mint during a unique and challenging period in United States mint history. The year 1982 is remembered by collectors because the mint was facing budget limitations that affected production and quality control. Unlike many previous years, official mint sets were not produced in 1982, making high-quality examples of this coin much more difficult to obtain. Because collectors could not simply purchase government-issued mint sets, many uncirculated 1982p quarters entered circulation immediately after being struck. As a result, finding a well-preserved example today is much harder than many people realize. The obverse of the coin features the famous portrait of George Washington, designed by John Flanagan. Washington faces left, with the word Liberty above his head, the motto "In God We Trust" to the left, and the date 1982 below. Just to the right of the ribbon at the base of Washington's portrait is the small P mint mark, indicating that the coin was produced at the Philadelphia Mint. Before 1980, Philadelphia quarters generally did not carry a mint mark, making the P mint mark an important feature for modern collectors. The reverse displays the classic American eagle with its wings spread wide, perched proudly above a bundle of arrows representing military strength, while olive branches below symbolize peace. Around the edge appear the inscriptions United States of America, E Pluribus Unum, and the denomination $quarter. This iconic reverse design remained in use for decades before being replaced by the state quarters program in 1999. The coin is composed of a pure copper core surrounded by outer layers of copper nickel-clad metal. It weighs exactly 5.67 grams, measures 24.3 millimeters in diameter, and features a reeded edge. These specifications match most modern Washington quarters produced after the United States transitioned away from silver coinage in 1965. More than 500 million 1982p Washington quarters were struck, making the coin common in circulated grades. At first glance, such a large mintage might suggest the coin has little collector value. However, experienced numismatists know that mintage numbers tell only part of the story. Because so many examples quickly entered circulation and relatively few pristine specimens were saved, high-grade examples have become surprisingly scarce. Most circulated 1982p quarters remain worth only their face value of 25 cents. Coins showing heavy wear, scratches, discoloration, or damage generally do not carry any premium. However, the story changes dramatically when a coin is found in exceptional condition. Professional grading plays a major role in determining the value of modern quarters. Coins are graded on the Sheldon scale, ranging from poor 1 to mint state 70. An uncirculated 1982p Washington quarter graded MS63 or MS64 may be worth only a modest premium, but examples graded MS66 become much more desirable. Once a coin reaches MS67 or higher, values can increase dramatically because so few examples survive in such remarkable condition. Several certified MS67 examples have sold for hundreds of dollars at auction, while exceptionally attractive coins with outstanding eye appeal have realized even stronger prices. These impressive values prove that condition is one of the most important factors in modern coin collecting. One reason collectors closely examine every 1982p quarter is the possibility of discovering mint errors. Errors occur during the manufacturing process and create unique coins that differ from normal production pieces. Since these mistakes are accidental, they often become highly collectible. Among the most popular errors are off-center strikes. This happens when the blank blanket is not properly aligned between the dies before striking. As a result, part of the design is missing while a blank crescent-shaped area appears on the coin. If the date remains visible, these coins often command strong premiums. Another exciting error is the double die variety. A double die is created during the preparation of the working die itself, causing certain letters, numbers, or design elements to appear doubled on every coin struck from that die. Collectors carefully inspect Washington's lettering and the date under magnification, hoping to discover noticeable doubling. Die cracks are also collectible. After striking hundreds of thousands of coins, steel dies begin developing tiny cracks. These cracks appear as raised lines on the finished coin. While small die cracks are fairly common, large or dramatic cracks extending across significant portions of the design can attract substantial collector interest. Grease-filled die errors represent another interesting possibility. During production, grease or debris may fill recessed portions of the die, preventing metal from flowing completely into those areas. The result is weak or missing letters, numbers, or design details. Depending on the severity, these unusual coins can become desirable additions to specialized collections. Collectors also search for clipped plant case. Before striking, blank coin discs are punched from large sheets of metal. Occasionally, the punching process overlaps an existing hole, leaving a curved section missing from the blank. When struck, the finished quarter displays this distinctive clip, creating an immediately recognizable mint error. Wrong blanket errors are among the rarest discoveries. These occur when a quarter design is accidentally struck on a blank intended for another denomination or even a foreign coin. Such mistakes are extremely scarce and can sell for thousands of dollars depending on the specific blanket involved. Luster is another feature that significantly affects value. Original mint luster creates a brilliant cartwheel effect that moves across the surface as the coin is tilted under light. Collectors strongly prefer coins retaining their original mint surfaces without cleaning or polishing. Cleaning remains one of the biggest mistakes inexperienced collectors make. Many people assume a shiny coin is more valuable, but professional collectors usually prefer original surfaces. Cleaning removes microscopic layers of metal, creates hairline scratches, and permanently alters the coin's appearance. Even a valuable 1982p quarter can lose much of its collector value if improperly cleaned. Proper storage is equally important. Valuable coins should always be handled by the edges to avoid fingerprints and stored in protective holders, coin flips, or capsules. Exposure to moisture, chemicals, or excessive handling can gradually reduce both appearance and value. Because high-grade 1982p quarters are difficult to locate, many collectors search through bank rolls in hopes of finding overlooked examples. This hobby, known as coin roll hunting, continues to grow in popularity. While finding a top-grade coin is uncommon, dedicated searchers occasionally make remarkable discoveries in ordinary rolls obtained from local banks. Old collections, inherited coin jars, estate sales, and forgotten dresser drawers are also excellent places to search. Many people saved coins decades ago without realizing future collectors would pay premiums for pristine examples. As a result, hidden treasures sometimes remain undiscovered for years. When evaluating your own 1982p Washington quarter, examine the surfaces under bright lighting. Look for sharp details in Washington's hair, strong feather definition on the eagle, full lettering, brilliant luster, and minimal contact marks. A magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe can help reveal tiny imperfections or unusual mint errors that are difficult to see with the naked eye. If you believe you've found an exceptional example or an unusual error, consider having the coin authenticated and graded by a reputable third-party grading service. Certified coins provide buyers with confidence regarding authenticity and condition, often making them easier to sell and increasing their market value. Although millions of 1982p Washington quarters were produced, relatively few survive today in outstanding condition. That combination of historical significance, the absence of official mint sets, collector demand, and the possibility of valuable mint errors has made this quarter one of the more interesting modern coins to search for. The next time you receive change at a grocery store, gas station, or a restaurant, don't rush to spend every quarter. Take a few moments to inspect the date and mint mark. That ordinary-looking 1982p Washington quarter could be hiding exceptional quality, a rare mint error, or a level of preservation that collectors are eager to own. In the world of coin collecting, patience and careful observation often lead to the most exciting discoveries. Every coin has a story, and sometimes that story is worth far more than 25 cents. Here at Hardest Penny, that's exactly why we never stop checking our pocket change, because the next valuable treasure could already be waiting in your hands. If you'd like, I can also write it in a more viral YouTube storytelling style with stronger suspense and higher audience retention.